Doing it because the Quran says they can do it, right? Sorry, I gotta mute the TV now. Watching the ABC News and all that. Now, you people come up with some crazy theories, right? First off, right? You're trying to kill everybody. You wonder why we die? That's all we talk about. Not one of you can come up with a positive theory about anything. Right. And like I told you, human hair, when it gets a little matted, right, will kind of, what's the word, look different, right, than normal, right? Right. Now, the main problem with my hairline is this what you call unusually high here and there, right? It don't mean, though, it's receding or not, right? It just looks weird. Right? I'm 50, right? And it's not. Now, what you need to look at is the overall effect, right? Not just what you think you're seeing, walking by sight, not by faith. To right. Right. A lot of you walking by sight, not by faith. And it ain't your hair. It's mine. I know it looks looking weird. By now, but see, receding means not that there's hair growth in the follicles, which is what you're seeing here. See, there's hair growth, right? You see what I mean? Don't fuck with my God. And mess with me about my hairline. He's gonna fuck your world up, not mine. And I'm warning you because we're being taught to dodge good and evil, right? When you're blessed and cursed by someone, right, they're doing you good and evil. And it's from the law you're learning the good and evil to do to each other, right? The law, therefore, is evil because it does show you what's in it, right? That's what Paul meant, right? Damn. See, you should know what is right from wrong and how to do it to each other, but the law's causing you to sin, right? The reason you're sinning is you're wanting to break it anyway. It don't matter to you, right? And guess who taught us how to do that? Satan. So what he's really doing is teaching us to do each other right and wrong, right? Now, it started before Eden, fool. That's why the tree of life spoke to Adam and said, the man has become as one of us, right, to know good and evil. Why is he speaking plurally? Because he's 3 in 1, right? Not 2 in 1 either. 3 in 1, right? If you're androgynous male and female, right? Okay, at a certain point, right? Because he started out as the firstborn of every creature in all realms, right? Heaven and earth, right? Now, we call him today Jesus Christ, right? And if you read into the Bible, he had a pre-existence, right? And was manifested in the flesh through Jesus Christ and went back into heaven and is now seated at the right hand of the throne of God, right? Or standing, whatever, right? Okay. Now, there's not many beings besides him and Gabriel anyway who can stand in the presence of God and live and see God, right? But if you can see God and live, God's making you worthy, like Isaiah, to know secret things about him and to tell the world about them, right? Especially if you're before the throne itself, right? Okay, now here's the problem. Most people are dogma. In other words, you're so wrapped up in religion, you're not saying the truth. Right. Another problem is all we talk about is death and dying and dead. all the time, right? No one talks about being resurrected or shit like that, right? From the dead like Jesus was too, right? But guess who does a lot? Me. In case they're trying to assassinate me even, using females as bait. Because once those doors are locked over there, you see the three doors? The three locked? You ain't getting in unless you're a female. I told you that before. But I also card your ass to make sure you're of age. Now, if you got a fake ID, you're trying to trick me, not me, you, right? So I forgive you that trick. I don't know for sure if you're from Georgia or not. Now, when you come into my home, right, and we go into the bedroom either to make love or whatever, right, you're telling me that you're really of age and whatever you're doing here, right, is legal. Mm-hmm. And I have no reason to doubt you. It's legal. But if you know it's illegal, you're breaking the law. Right? Not me, and I forgive you for that, right? But you cannot do it to trick me, right? Or cause me harm, right? If I'm not doing it to you, right? See, that's the point. And if you are doing it to me, I forgive you that trespass, right? Because you're trespassing against the laws of Georgia, not my laws, right? See, I didn't write any of these laws, but I know I have to follow them too, right? You understand, right? If you don't respect the law you're supposed to follow, what the fuck are you even doing here, right? Are you trying to be good or evil there again too, right? The rules are written for a reason, even traffic laws, like I told you. And we got to do our best to follow them. Even in the school zone. Some of you people just are all out your head. You don't even care about others, let alone yourself. Now, like I told you with my stepdaughter, I got a stepdaughter. Every time you bring that shit up, there's nothing I can do about it, alright? But tell you, we were in two different locations until I moved back to get bathed since she was sleeping with her mom, right? So you're implying her mom tried to either set me up with her own daughter, by the way. Not me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm trying to figure it out based on logic and common sense where I'm sleeping on the couch and she's in there with her mom and how unlogical this all sounds to you. And it should sound like the rantings of a mentally ill person anyway, that it never happened. Like my ex-wife tried to tell me to tell you, and I'm trying to tell you, but you don't listen. And I'm not going to give you her number if you're harassing me, right? Like this shit, I don't know what to do about it, right? Hello? But you're messing with a mentally ill person who legally, even if she did come in there to me and say I licked her crotch once, that's not a sin that cannot be minorly overlooked if I'm doing it for a different reason too, right? Like say I'm trying to smell to make sure she didn't be in there with her mom, I don't know. All I know is it would be after I went to sleep around 11 o'clock, right? Since I met her on Thursday afternoon for the first time, right? And wasn't around her more than the weekend until Sunday night, which they're getting to go around bed around 11, right? Now, I don't remember specifically when I went to bed Saturday or Sunday night, Friday or Saturday night, right? Those are the weekend hours, right? And that was a long time ago. So I'm guessing everything forgot. Keep fucking up. I can't stop you. But I can forgive you your trespasses against me as Christ forgave those who trespassed against him. And that's why if he was resurrected from the dead, he was resurrected from the dead. Me too. At the car wreck in the fall, I bet. Someone's trying to cover that shit up too, and they're fucking up worse by trying to cover it up, right? Because I stayed home with my disability, right? I'm trying to rehabilitate too, even if it's walking through the damn house a little bit off and on, right? For 5 minutes. Like I keep telling you. I'm dealing with some messed up people. You're so messed up, you're trying to make even sex on porn so evil you can't even look at it. No, that's gonna fuck people up, right? It's still natural sex. They're just getting paid for it, right? You gotta tell the truth about it too, what they're doing. It's sex for the camera too. They're not having sex as if they're in love. I know that, right? But if they consent and neither partner is married, it's not necessarily a crime to have premarital sex either, crazy Christians. Right? You're adding to the commandment of God the commandment of men, which is what Paul's showing you in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And you're judging. Even Hosea married a harlot or prostitute or whore. Now he was told to do so, though, by the Lord. Why does the Lord tell the prophets to do crazy things? Because we're all mad. Right? The one we're really mad with, though, is Satan. Right? Who wants to get you angry with God, right? By sitting with you and hurting you while you're sitting with him, right? That's why you suffer when you sin with Satan, and then you don't if you try to follow God, right? That's why right now my ankle's hurting, though if I was recovered from what I was doing, it would stop hurting unless I'm taking medications, right? Now, medications is supposed to block the pain to where I don't hurt anymore. If they're not working, you're either not giving me the correct medication or you're lowering the dose yourself. Or not trusting me to take it right. Then you're full of shit. You're fucked up doctors. You're fucked up nurses. You're fucked up lawyers. You're fucked up everything. Right? When I'm telling you the truth, that's all I can tell you. And you're trying to screw me over medically. You're trying to screw me over physically and mentally, right? And you're not helping no one by doing so, right? You're just taking advantage of a fucked up system that don't know what the hell's wrong with anybody and guessing as it goes along, right? That's the problem too if you're guessing wrong, right? Yourself. If you don't admit you're guessing and realize what a guess is. Possible misdiagnosis as well. There you go, right? If you're guessing the wrong thing that's wrong with me versus someone else, just the same size, but not necessarily in the same shape. 2. Does this look like a flabby arm to your ass? Not to me, right? Looks kind of muscular, right? Now a little on the boob area, sure. Or the chest area for a male and the boob area for a female, right? I got a little boob here, but it's little. It's not even an A cut. Trust me. But even the girl in Pauly Shore's movie, when talking about the dude, said he had bigger boobs than her. If you remember that part of the movie, I do. Get over it. Even The Rock has big boobs. Or a Stone Cold of Steve Austin. But it's not from what you think. It's from working out, idiot. You're being crazy. I know you're being crazy. And you're not rightly dividing the word of truth, right? Which means you're all wrongly dividing it. When you're doing that, you're wasting everybody's time, including your own, right? Because all you're going to do is go to hell when you die. Because Christ said so. I will say to you who think you know me but do not, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. You're working iniquity. The sin of Satan is to create a law and then break the law. You understand? Dumbass. And then curse the person who broke the law with you. When you want to do the same thing. Right. That's called hypocrisy for a reason, right? You're acting self-righteous and not really loving someone. You're trying to send people to hell for being human, right? When you want to do the same thing. Oh, no. Now, if I had sex with Sheena on the island, there's a reason. Right. And we both hope we have found someone. Right. But then someone fucked it up from the moment I started writing her handwritten letters, by the way. only. So only my shipmates could have fucked it up worse, right? They're the only ones who know she's writing me too. I know that. And that's fucked up. I would at least give them the benefit of the doubt. They wouldn't be that fucked up in my relationships, right? Or fucking them up themselves, right? Which is what they're doing because they want to be playing gay, right? I don't care if you're gay. I told you that before. But you ain't getting my sweet ass, nor do I ain't going to put it in your ass, right? I don't think it goes there for me, right? If you feel that way yourself, okay, find someone who wants to do it to you. I won't say a word, right? Until I have to, because you'll keep trying to force me. No means no to Jesus, and yes means yes to Jesus. The only one that let be a maybe to is Satan. And then you're trying to make it maybe yes or maybe no. While he's trying to talk you into doing something different. It's called obscure sex, even if he was raped herself. Now, how was she raped? She was seduced into it. If I'm being seducing you into something you never done before, right? I know better too. I know better too. Right. Satan knew not to do that. Himself. But that's why he's called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He brought it to the earth by tricking Eve and Adam into sleeping money. What do you think happened there? Why do you think we're so confused about sex? And that's our main issue. You're just lying about it. Even the Taliban won easily. Even though we trained the other Iraqis to fight against them, Afghanistanians to fight against them, they didn't do shit. But hand over the equipment to them, and I know Muslim law. You don't give a shit about it, do you? You don't even understand why they did that, do you? You're so fucked up you think you know every goddamn thing. Both fucking fucked up presidents. You don't. It's a religious matter. And when you're playing politics, religion don't work, does it? No. You gotta play both. Even though we have the separation of church and state in America, they don't in Afghanistan. No, they don't. In fact, their religion is their law. No, it is. And that's what they try to live by too. Right. So you should have seen this coming a mile away. But then you're playing dumb, ignorant, stupid, right? You look stupid sometimes, both of you. Trump and you. No. With all due respect, you're still in the highest office of the land, right? And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to have a problem with you. We all fuck up. Even the President of the United States. We all do. We all do. And nobody's perfect. We're just trying to end the war one fucking way or the other, right? Right. And that ends it, right? In a way, right? Now the Taliban's in control again, right? Congratulations, you didn't listen. You didn't listen. The Muslim law even allows them to act like they're at war with each other when they're really not. See, now they got all that fucking equipment, retard. You're not thinking like a Muslim, you're thinking like a Christian or something else. And that ain't going to help you win in Iraq or Afghanistan. You got to think like a Muslim. Idiots. That's why you lost. That's why they got all our equipment now. Same way they did Russia. Same way they did Russia. They're pretending they don't agree with certain laws. But then when it comes to shoving, you left all the women vulnerable. You left all the women and children vulnerable. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That's what the law really controls, is the women. Not the men. Not the men. The men are free to do almost what they want, including raping a woman if she don't wear a burqa. Or it shows even her hair, right? Which is anti-Christ and anti-God. Yes, it is. Because Christ don't even make you wear a covering at all. And Satan does to cause you shame in sex. Right? Yet if we are having sex in Eden by becoming one flesh in day 6, right? Then by day 7 we did obscure sex with Satan too. Dumbass. You just don't want to hear it, do you? And it's neither the sex of nature or the obscure sex alone that's the problem. It's unforgiveness of it. I keep telling you that. That's the problem. You're so know-it-all when you don't know but what the bullshit manifestation of the men. And trust me, it's more bullshit. Right? Like in the Matrix, you're trying to use rules to control people. That don't really control no one. Even if you put them in jail, even if you put them in prison, if you do all that shit. If people gonna do something wrong, it don't matter what you do. They're just that fucked up to not care about another human being, to murder them in cold blood, even shoot their asses, because they have a problem discerning fantasy from reality. Not me, by the way. I would never go anywhere to harm someone. No. That's your problem too. You don't want to understand the truth, so therefore you're living a lie, right? You don't have a choice. Either you're following God and trying to be totally good, or you're following Satan, even as good and evil or evil, right? That's what he's teaching you. He's wanting you to get punished by God too, and God cannot be evil like Satan to just snap you dead with a bolt of lightning from heaven. Right? That's also a myth about Zeus, that he's going to strike you dead with a bolt of lightning from heaven. Right? You've heard that before. No, he's not. Right. But you pretend he will. Just because of the little evil you're doing right now. And it's a little evil. God knows every human being ever born. From the beginning till the end. Is, was, and is to come. Is, was, and is not. Who's whom? Which angel are you following? The cherub Jesus or the cherub Satan? Again, the firstborn of every creature means Jesus is also the first cherub, the first seraphim, the first throne. Whatever angel you are. Jesus is the firstborn of every creature, including the species of creature. If you're a T-Rex, you come from Jesus. If you're, you don't understand that, do you? And either Jesus made you as an adult, or he gave birth to you as the first Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? But he's a good T-Rex. You're a good and evil one, or flat out evil one, right? That's what you're teaching each other how to be, right? All these things are good and evil. Even the mark of the beast is good and evil, because some of it makes sense to the point, and then you want to chop off someone's head who don't have it, right? That's why you're going crazy. That's why you're doing something stupid to kill people, right? Maybe because of the population increase, which is an excuse to do it, too. Then you're just wasting people, right? Whether they're good or evil enough, too. And God does that, too. See, from the fall till now was our tribulation period, right? Guess how long it's been? 6,000 years. Guess how long John said it would be, though? At least 10,000 years. So how many thousand years we got? Four? We got 4 more thousand years on this fucked up planet. You better make the best of it, not the worst. And don't worry about Mars yet and spending all your money on Mars. Hello? We got problems here that money could have helped. Not that I'm against Mars. When we can actually fix the problems here first, right? Hello? There's this order to that, right? But if the same fucked up people go from here to Mars, you're going to fuck it up on Mars too, right? You get it? I'm not telling you can't do it either. You're doing it obviously right. You think you know what you're doing, and I can't tell you don't. But the real problem is all the money we're spending on Mars could go to Earth, right? And work on our own problems, you think? That would be more important? Where the money should really go? But what do I know? I'm just an idiot, crazy Christian. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know spending money on shit that don't matter ain't gonna help you now if you need the money now. To go somewhere else. Do you understand? That's really sound logic in an illogical world where you think you're sane when you're not, right? Even science fiction is science fiction. And when you try to make science fiction real, you're using your imagination there and not reality there. That's the problem with Mars. Right? It's a temptation to go there now, right? When you're not working out your problems here. And what, only a few people can actually go? Think about that for a minute. Right? The ones who actually go, when they go, whenever they go, because you want to do it, right? You're going to do it. Right? Who's telling you you can't go to Mars? Right? That ain't the issue. The issue is that money would be better served in fixing the problems in the Earth. Right? First. Then worry about going to Mars. That's what I'm saying. You're, what do they call that when you put money where it's not needed but trying to do something crazy or off the wall? Illegal dispositions of funds or something like that? Or you're dispersing the funds where they don't really need to be dispersed right now. You're trying to do something else with it, right? Rather than actually fix the problems we have here, right? You want to bring the problem to Mars, right? That's what you're doing, right? In a nutshell. But don't understand that now. Play dumb again, right? So you can keep doing it. That's what you're doing. Even Tesla, right? Even Richard, right? And all that, right? What's your purpose in going into space if you can't even work out your problems on the planet itself? You're wasting valuable money and resources, right? On a quick trip into space and then back on the Earth, right? You wouldn't even get up there long, right? But I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm here to help us all understand what our problem is sometimes selfishness, greed. I want to do this no matter what you say. And I can do this no matter what you say. And you can, obviously, right? You did it anyway, right? You spent all that money on that one trip for however long it was, and then you came right back, and do you feel better? Did it really improve your life that much? Or are you coming back to the same shit different day, and you're making the problem worse? You figure it out. It's called the misappropriation of funds. Everything finally popped in my head. Like Mr. Brevison. The misappropriation of funds. Yes. Now everything I'm getting, I'm using, even the money, even the food stamps, even the medical. Though I might need that Medicare plan too. Not just Humana. I see you on TV once in a while. I might even get $100 a month back. J.J. Walker told me. Right? And $100 every 4 months on YouTube for 3 months on YouTube. Whatever. But right. Now if you could make $8.90 a month for 9 months, right? I'm sure I'm making way under that to do double. I know. I'm also telling you why I think I'm entitled to the money, right? Plus, I keep getting these little crazy minor accidents, right? They kind of set me back a little bit, which would anyone, right? Especially with a pre-existing condition, right? where I always seem to rehabilitate from, right, to a certain point, right? At least better than 50-50, right? But not over 50-50. Right? I'm still dealing with arthritic pain, right? From the fall, which I never felt until the fall, right? And went on that for over 10 years before the physical caught up with me with the things you're saying about high blood pressure killing people. Think that's a problem? I do. If even The Rock has high blood pressure, maybe he needs the blood pressure to pump all that blood to his big ass body, you think? He's not little anymore. He's not Little Rock. He's Big Rock. If you know what I mean. But if even he has a problem with high blood pressure, it's related to size. Hello? What I'm trying to tell you. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, huh? Especially when you're trying to make it a lower blood pressure and the blood ain't reaching the whole body. You ever think of that? You're depriving them of the oxidated blood they need to pump through the body if you're lowering their blood pressure that's supposed to be higher. Right? You ever think of that? Because you think the lower the blood pressure, the healthier the person. Why? Fat problems. You're judging fat people over skinny people. Right. And you're trying to kill us, by the way. Yes, you are. If everyone starts getting high blood pressure, even the skinny person, the fatter they get. Does it happen that way, idiot? That's how you determine a theory anyway. You look at all the subjects, right? And how is this affecting them? You're killing them all. You're killing us all with this high blood pressure bullshit. Yes, you are. Doctors, first do no harm though. Right? Be wise as serpent and what? Harmless as a dove. As the snow white dove. Not the raven evermore. Or nevermore. I think you're still confused. In fact, I know you are. But confusion only breeds more confusion if you're not listening to each other. And all you can do is attempt to talk to someone. Right? If they done made up their mind, that's wasting your time. Right? Unless you yourself know what you're saying God hears. Right? And Jesus hears. And you're trying to tell them, I'm trying to help. For real, I hope. Right? But you still got to use certain words to say, I'm a human too. Right? I can make the same mistakes too. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to. But I'm still human. Right? And see, when Mary Bell was doing the booty calls with me because of her problem with Bart and Steven, right? Again, that's going to make other women want to do a booty call with me. Again, because of Bart and Steven, right? You understand? And you're lying.